Until you see the red light. There you go.
All right. My name is Wagner.
I'm WagnerReuter.
All right, and our artifact is the silver Spanish realis. It was minted in 1792 and was one of the first global currencies. It is one of several thousand coins in the WagnerReuter collection. The origin of the coins are rooted in expansive 16th century silver mining and trade that bear direct responsibility for ushering in a new era of production-oriented commodification of nature. Nature commodification is essentially valuing nature in terms of what it can produce economically instead of something that has value in its natural state. An ideology that resonates today. An ideology that links the environments of Nebraska to the resource frontiers of Bolivia, to the silver demand in Europe and China, and connects the history of the 19th century Omaha to the first era of globalization.
Beginning in the 16th century, Spanish Empire traveled to the New World, staking claim to a number of new territories, including Potosí, Bolivia. Potosí was unique among its counterparts as it was home to Cerro Rico, the rich mountain of silver, the single largest source of silver in the entire world. Driven by greed, a failing economy back home, and immense Chinese demand for the product, the Spanish soon took hold of Potosí and transformed the small community into a production-oriented economy at the expense of the local people and ecosystem. In the face of their ecological destruction, the veins of Cerro Rico flowed rich with silver, providing the world with the first widely available system of value, the Spanish silver realis. Suddenly, creditors and debtors alike were able to finance and expand their business practices into new frontiers, where uncommodified land provided the perfect opportunity for wealth accumulation. In the face of this new mindset, though, Potosí and Cerro Rico remain chilling reminders of the potential repercussions of such an economic approach, as the mighty Silver Mountain slopes, once heavily blanketed with forests and wildlife, sat and still remain devoid. However, the new mindset.
It's okay.
However, the new mindset, or the promise of wealth with the new system, was enough for many individuals to overlook their environmental consequences. And as such, the production-oriented mindset, with the help of the Spanish silver realis, soon spread globally, enveloping, among other areas, Omaha and the 19th century Western Front.
So, prior to 1863, difficult access to the American Midwest caused it to remain a vast sea of untapped, cheap nature. However, the arrival of the first transcontinental railroad, Omaha's Union Pacific, essentially resolved this issue, opening up the West as a new natural resource frontier. Though the ensuing exploitation of Western lands was reminiscent of the rise of the Spanish silver trade. Though rather than mining silver, migrants to the Western Front amassed their wealth through agriculture and real estate development. Byron Reed, the Realis' owner, heavily invested in land and saw his net worth skyrocket as his land was commodified with the coming of the railroads. He soon built one of the finest coin collections in the world, within which sits a Spanish realis, an unintended symbol of socio-environmental relationships that made his collection possible. Thus, even though Potosí and its silver sit more than 3 centuries apart from the American Western Front, the legacy of Cerro Rico has lived on through the Reed and his fellow migrants in the form of production-based land commodification. Thank you.